Hey y'all, welcome back. We're on chapter 10 of Dr. A's Habits of Health. And this week is called Putting It All Together. And it's talking about healthy meal plans for optimal health. And we're doing a chapter a week. And so since this is chapter 10, it's our 10th week. So we're making great progress here and putting things together. We've been going on all kinds of different things and trying to figure out our motivation and approaches that we can go. A lot of this, when we're starting our health journey, need to lose weight. And not everybody does. Some people just need to get their health in shape, but it seems like the majority of us do need to lose weight. And before going into the weight loss plan, we've covered some things like creating a microenvironment of health. So, hey, you have gone shopping and stocked your pantry and refrigerator with groceries that were selected using some of Dr. A's charts. You've gone through and gotten rid of some things that you may have in your cupboards and in your fridge that don't fit with your plan anymore. You've taken the health assessment, and if possible, using the workbook that's called Living a Longer, Healthier Life, which is a companion guide to Dr. A's Habits of Health that we're studying. And then created a structural tension chart for your first goal of reaching a healthy weight. Have you done that? Let me show you what the structural tension chart is to refresh your memory a little bit here. This is what the structural tension chart looks like. Basically, it's just evaluating what is your current reality. Where are you now? You know, what is your weight? What is your BMI? What is your waist circumference? And then where do you want to be? And what's it going to take? What are the intermediate steps to get there? So it may be things like, hey, you know you need to commit to eating those 6 meals a day, eating every 2 to 3 hours. You need to do some healthy movement. You're going to be eating breakfast. You're going to be eating within that first hour of getting up every day. You're going to be drinking water. And how much water? Half your body weight in ounces up to 100 ounces. And working on getting good sleep. Can you try and go to bed close to the same time every night and getting up the same time every morning? And some people need different amounts of sleep, but you know, a lot of us need to have closer to 8 hours if at all possible. So anyway, be glad to help you figure out how to do a structural tension chart. It's really just simple. It's really just trying to break it down. It's a way to do a goal. But I would be glad to work on that with you. Feel free to reach out to me if you would like to do that. And let's see, what else we have here. And then also buying a journal. You know, people that write down what they're doing really have a lot more success. So you're going to write down your daily eating habits and your activity level. And if you're on our program, you would have received the Optavia guide. And in there, the first 4 weeks actually has a place to journal. And it'll tell you can write down your fuelings. You can write down the amount of water you have. And each week it kind of gives you a little bit of something different guided to kind of add into the log. Just so you're really being aware and being mindful of, you know, what you're eating and what you're doing. And that all is very helpful. It will serve as tracking and support your optimal weight and health. So anyway, chapter 10 starts on page 116. And, you know, we've been learning all about portion control. We've learned about the major food groups and about shopping for healthy foods. So now we're trying to put this all together. And for most people, like I said, that first goal is reaching a healthy weight. And for most of us, eating processed, microwaved, or fast food is an easy alternative to preparing meals that seem too hard, too time-consuming, and that leave us with just a messy kitchen and a load of dishes. Cooking just doesn't seem worth it. So one of Dr. A's favorite goals is to help people prepare healthy foods that are as easy as stopping into a fast food restaurant. And so he goes into a few of his favorite tools that will make your new healthy eating strategy a breeze. First thing he put is a portable cooker. And I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of think he means I picture like the George Foreman grill. He says it's a self-contained countertop appliance that makes preparing portion control meals a breeze. It actually provides a miniature range that cooks your meals quickly without any dishes. And it also eliminates the need for extra fat or oil, and the cooking process doesn't even require turning, so there's no hassle. And what's great is you could even take this portable device to your workplace, and he uses his to make his portable cooker to make great tasting meals all the time. So anyway, that might be something to look into. And I know with my George Foreman, I'm amazed that I could take something frozen, like a frozen chicken breast or frozen salmon, out of the freezer, totally frozen still, slap it on there, and it will cook. And so you don't even have to have the time to thaw it out there. Other things he talks about is a portable blender. Personally, I love my NutriBullet. I started out with the Magic Bullet and had that for, many, many years, and then upgraded to the NutriBullet. And I think this one's got more like 600 or so watts or whatever the power source is. It really just crushes and makes the ice so, like Starbucks at the Frappuccino, it just really breaks it down great. And so it makes great tasting smoothies and frozen shakes. And does all that without making a mess. You can just rinse out that cup and it's a piece of cake. Then he talks about having a shaker, cup, or jar. So you've probably seen those, and even when you become part of our program, they send you one. A lot of them have those little metal balls in it. You can shake it up and helps to get it all blended well. Well, those are great when you're on the go. He also suggests a wok. So the Chinese pan there for like stir fries. And he also mentions the bamboo steamer. Says you make delicious steamed foods right inside your wok. I don't have one of those, so I can't speak much to that. And then this big expensive item, zipper-style plastic bags. So you can pop extra meals and snacks into these to keep one jump ahead when you need to fuel. And I do use plastic bags all the time, snack size, sandwich time size, gallon size. And they are, what a neat thing. We live in a great day and age to have all those kind of things, huh? And then he talks about a portable cooler. So an insulated, lightweight cooler that'll keep your prepared meals fresh, and it's easy to transport. So, hey, I know a lot of times I've grabbed mine, I go down to my sister's or something and stick one of my little frozen ice packs in there, and it's easy to take things with me. So why all this emphasis on quick and easy? Because humans react to hunger and stress, often in ways that don't promote health. We need to create an automatic eating system and Dr. Ray's healthy version of fast food to fuel your body before you crave into those cravings. Planning meals in advance and having them ready to go, and perhaps most important, sticking to eating every 3 hours, that healthy eating schedule, it will help you stay in control. And what happens when you're in control? Well, you'll reach a healthy weight over time. You'll develop permanent habits of health. I was kind of glad I had a lot of weight to lose. I've lost 137 pounds because I think I'm a little slow sometimes, so that helps me to really get those habits ingrained in my head. And I've been doing them a long enough time that they are kind of natural. And I hear people talking about some of the things that they're eating and preparing that I would have used to really enjoyed. And a lot of times I'm like, ooh, or they're talking about it and thinking it's healthy, and I'm thinking, ooh, it's not. You don't understand how much sugar's in that. But anyway, you can improve your health and possibly reduce your reliance on medications for certain weight-related health conditions. Your work performance can even improve. Your quality of life will improve. You'll eliminate cravings. Your mental focus and energy will improve. And you'll even save money. So what are we waiting for? Anyway, just some stuff before you begin. We always encourage you to visit your doctor and work in partnership with your doctor. Because obviously, I'm not a doctor. I've never played one on TV. So we never give medical advice. But we've seen, patterns from patients and from clients, and we see how they've improved. So we definitely want you talking to your doctor. And especially if you happen to be a type 2 diabetic, you really want to monitor your blood sugars carefully, because as you start eating healthy and your weight starts going down, it balances your blood sugars. And I've seen an awful lot of people have to decrease their medicines, and that's pretty exciting. On page 117, Dr. A introduces us to a guy named Ron Gels, and Ron says that learning the habits of health changed his life forever. And I want to show you a picture here of Ron. I know he's on here. All right, here we go. So this is Ron. You can see him there with his big old belly there and his smaller belly. And let's see, this book I think was published in like 2008. And at that point, he'd been at his optimal weight for, 3 years. So that would have been about 2005. So about 12 or 13 years ago, probably when he went through his transformation there. And he says he lost 75 pounds, and thanks to his weight loss, his doctor was able to reduce his medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglycerides. Our support system in particular is invaluable and is one of the key reasons for his success. I've incorporated Dr. A's habits of health into my life, and I know I will remain optimally healthy for the rest of my life. So out of curiosity, I went and I found his Facebook page. And let me see here. Go back here and go, let's try another one. And to show you that he is keeping it off. So this, oops, well, let's try this again. Let me get rid of that one. So this is Ron now. So you can still see he's looking pretty doggone good there, and a lot more healthy than he was with that big old thing. It's a little hard to tell sitting there, but hey, he's looking good, and it's exciting to see the client succeeding and to know that, hey, it is totally possible to take it off. And I've been at my healthy weight for, it's come up on probably about close to a year now. And you go up and down a little bit, but you're always mindful and you know how to get it under control. So anyway, let's keep going here. And page 118, for those of you that are following along, he's talking about your customized daily meal plan. So what does a day on your new meal plan look like? And a lot of what's covered here is going to be after you've gotten through phase 1 with your weight loss and what you'll be doing for the rest of your life. It's kind of preparing for the future. And anyway, you want to remember the basic principles of reaching an optimal weight, which would include eating breakfast, eating a small amount of food every 3 hours, and to eat a healthy meal. He says at dinner time, but we actually can do our lean and greens at any point in time. And basically, to create your daily menu, you're going to design a healthy breakfast and dinner using your 9-inch plate, supplemented by 4 fueling breaks. So each of your 2 meals, so he's kind of saying breakfast and dinner at this point, would have between 300 to 400 calories. And this would kind of come back to that 9-inch plate that we've seen before. So about half of your plate, 50% of the plate, really focusing on vegetables. And you can have some fruits too, but go heavier in the vegetables. Quarter of your plate is going to be lean protein. A quarter of your plate, complex carbs, and then you're going to have some healthy fats in there too. That's all important to have the combination there. So that's kind of a good visual to when you're planning and you're putting things on your plate. That'll help you be successful wherever you are. Shoot, you can go to a buffet or go to somebody's house for dinner or something, and you know what to put on that plate. And then the individual fuelings, those other ones that would be 4 times in a day, they're about 100 calories each. And if you find that that's just not quite enough in a day, you can add maybe a second one of those during your lunch kind of hour. So one of those would be maybe a couple fuelings together. And these aren't always the portion control meal replacements. Those sure make it easy. So we will talk a little bit more about that too. But basically, after you're on your first day and get through those first few days, you probably are going to find that you're hungry and you won't be experiencing any hunger pains or cravings. And your energy level should be consistent, balanced, and high. And where my clients tell me that she kind of was sitting there and going, I gotta move. And she went out and took a walk during her lunch break. And that's not something that she would have done before. And that's pretty cool. You know, or making a lot of accomplishments around the house. I know I get up and got much more energy, so I can actually make a little bit of a dent in some of the things I need to do around the house here. And before, I just didn't have the energy. And, you know, your first experience is just a starting point. And over the weeks and the years, it's just going to get better and better. Your internal clock is being changed along with your body's expectations. You're feeding your body healthy food, and it likes it. And you're giving it regular nourishment through small meals throughout the day. By feeding it smaller meals, you're giving your body the ability to process food without being overwhelmed and having to work too hard. And as a bonus, you'll rediscover your flavor palette as you move farther and farther along from processed food with its excess sugar and salt. So those fueling breaks are really important throughout the part of the day, and they're a critical component of Dr. A's eating plan. To make sure that you always have healthy fuel on hand, it's a good idea to prepare these small meals ahead of time and bring them with you to work or wherever your day takes you. You can use the packaged portion-controlled meal replacements or fuelings, or you can prepare and transport whole foods. That's where those zipper-style plastic bags and portable cooler come in. Just mix up your day's worth of fuelings and pop them into plastic bags, take them with you in your cooler, and pack an ice pack or 2. And then a couple of the most popular pages in Dr. A's book are pages 100 and 121. 2 full pages of sample fueling breaks. So these are different options that are in a healthy range of your glycemic index and around 100 calories. So that would include the fuelings, which those make it so easy, or you could do something like cheese and tomato, or 10 almonds and a celery stick, 29 pistachios, and all at once. These would be one or the other. You could do a half of a cup fresh strawberries with 2 tablespoons of light whipped topping. And again, these would be once you're in your optimizing stage, not while you're on the 5-in-1, because they are a little bit higher in glycemic index for the weight loss side. You could do fresh veggie mix like broccoli, red pepper, and cauliflower with a tablespoon of low-fat ranch dressing. Dr. A's wife loves to do like 6 pieces of basil, sliced tomato, and hummus. Put a dab of hummus and a tomato on top of a basil leaf. It's delightful. So anyway, sounds like something interesting to try. You could do half of a small avocado, quarter cup of guacamole. Anyway, there's like tons of things on here, and if you're interested, let me know. I can send you I've got a one sheet that's got some 100 calorie fueling breaks. I'm glad to send that to you. Or on, I think, Dr. Anderson, and it's sen.com. He's got resources, and I believe that fueling, those 2 pages are also on there where you can take a look at them and even download and print them out. When you're planning your meals, it is the planning ahead that is key for success. And he gives a whole bunch of sample menus that give you like what some different days would look like. So in these next few pages, we're not going to go through and read all those things for you, but if you're looking for some good ideas, take a look there. And I think he's got some of these on his website too. But he wanted to really emphasize to don't skip breakfast. You've often heard breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, he says it's one of the keys to successful weight maintenance. In fact, according to studies, 80% of people who've maintained a 35-pound or greater weight loss make breakfast a part of their day every day. So, hey, that's pretty a simple thing to do to kind of stack the decks in the favor for keeping your weight off. Let's see, what else here? And he talks on 128 that, basically, so there you have it, a very simple method to help you reach and maintain your optimal weight while learning crucial dietary habits. These habits include eating every 3 hours, eating breakfast, making healthy food choices, eating low glycemic foods, and planning your meals. Once you have a handle on these habits, you'll have the framework for success, not only for weight loss, but for a lifetime of maintaining your healthy weight and optimal health. And as we've often said, a lot of us get in it because we want to lose the weight. But what you don't realize is the life that you gain. And that's what we want. And we want it to maintain, because I know I don't ever want to go back to that girl that I was just a few years ago, weighing in at over 300 pounds and not hardly able to walk and tired all the time. And it makes a really big difference. And life's a lot more fun right now. And once you're on the move, here are some tips that he's given us. Get through those first few days of your new healthy eating successfully. If you need some extra motivation, read chapters 3 and 4 in this book that are on motivation for change, on fundamental choice, and the discipline of daily choices. We just need to make one healthy choice at a time. And by day 4, you should feel great with lots of energy as your body starts to respond to healthy fueling. After a week, if you're ready and feel good enough, you can slowly start increasing your daily activity. And on the 5-in-1, we usually say like the first 3 weeks, we kind of want you just to take it easy. If you're already a big exerciser, maybe cut it back in half. But we don't want you to put your body into like a starvation mode or freak out, because we're actually flipping your energy source from the glycogen in your liver over to burning fat. And fat is a fabulous fuel. And you want to drink at least 8 ounces of water every day. We always say your goal is half of your body weight in ounces up to 100 ounces. So if you weigh 180 pounds, you would need to drink 90 ounces of water a day. And I want you to eat slowly. Enjoy your meals. You're not going to be having smaller meals. And because they're balanced and they have the nutrients, you'll be satisfied. So hey, why snarf them down? You can really enjoy it. And use your support system. Hello, I'm a lot of your coaches. talk to me. I'd love to help you any way possible. And if I don't know the answers, we've got a whole team of people that are here, and we're partnering with you. We want to link arms with you. And that's the whole reason I became a health coach, is to help other people. And by helping you, it helps me too, because you ask really good questions and it makes me stay mindful. I'm always learning something new. And then also make sure you're writing in your journal. That's a great way to monitor your progress and help. I want to share another guy's story with you as well. This guy is named Randy Gray. And let's see here. I'll find Randy. So this was Randy before. He started out on his transformation journey. It was like back in 2007. He was 52 at the time. And so he said he began working with Dr. A. He weighed 217 pounds. So that was that picture on the left in the kind of the, I don't know, off-white kind of shorts. So that's Randy at 217 pounds. He had arthritis in his shoulder and soreness and swelling in his knees. But now he has lost 40 pounds and 4 sizes in his waist, and he can play basketball or run for miles with no soreness. In fact, he says he is the same weight now as when he played basketball as a freshman in college. Now he coaches others to do just what he did by guiding them every step of the way through this safe, effective, and easy to follow comprehensive system to optimal health. And you can do it too. Learn the habits of lifelong health. So that's kind of doing that. And let's see here. I've got the other picture. I went scouting on his Facebook page too. I know I might just like something. So, Let's go back to screen share. And this was actually Randy. Last weekend, I went down to Orlando, Florida, and didn't actually meet him, but I saw this picture on his Facebook page. So this is really current. So Randy's there on the right, and hey, he's still looking good. It's at this point, like, gosh, if that was back in 2007, this would be like 10 years later, so he'd be 62, assuming depending on when his birthday falls. And that's his wife there in the white pants. And next to him is Mona Amali, and she's actually the president, CEO, I'm not sure if I got the title quite right, of our company. She's awesome and just really helping us to make some exciting changes. And over here on the left in the gray jacket is Dan Bell. And he's been phenomenal. He's been with the company since the beginning. I think he said 2002 he began working with Dr. A, and they are such good partners. And he's come up with our whole compensation plan. And he's just pretty brilliant and know what he's doing. And he's also coached people too, so he totally understands. So it's just kind of fun to see these transformations and what folks are doing there. And basically, he wraps it up on page 130. And saying before you transition to phase 2, which is you're in phase 1, which would be the weight loss phase, you will have decreased your daily energy intake, which is the food you're eating, as well as your body mass index. Because by becoming a healthy weight, that's getting down into the healthy side of things. And once you've reached your healthy weight and BMI, and you've begun to develop the fundamental habits of health, then you're ready to begin transition to phase 2. And so we're going to be learning more about that as we go along. And in the next chapter, it's kind of exciting. We're going to be reviewing the science of weight loss and maintenance. We're going to teach you more great ways to control your energy intake and your insulin pump. And let's see here. Yep, so that's going to be it, 3 core principles. So chapter 11 next week. And on my YouTube channel or all the other weeks, feel free to catch up with those. And make it a great week. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me how I can help you. And let's keep on making one healthy choice at a time and transforming your life. Hey, I'd love to have all your pictures up here and show people what you were before and what you are now, because there's always a difference. Anyway, talk to you soon. Take care.